signs?
Well, my wife has been known to say at parties when asked what I did, she said he works on little holes in rat muscle, which is not a terribly helpful way to put it. You want me to start right at the beginning?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Well, nerves work by the passage of electric currents through membranes, and so does the transmission from one nerve to the next nerve, or from a nerve to a muscle fibre. But the membranes are insulators, they're fatty stuff which won't pass an electric current, so they have to have special pores in the membrane which will allow the current to pass, and these are made of protein and they're called ion channels because the current is carried by the flow of sodium or potassium or calcium ions, not by electrons in metal. And in order for them to function, these channels have to be controlled somehow. They can't just being permanently open wouldn't help, but if we're talking about a nerve impulse conduction, then the channels are controlled by the potential difference across the membrane, the voltage. When that changes, the channel will open. The timing is such that that allows a nerve impulse to propagate down a nerve. In the case of transmission from a nerve to a muscle fibre, for example, that's carried out by means of a chemical which is released from the end of the motor nerve, the nerve coming from your brain, and that chemical causes the opening of ion channels in the membrane of the muscle, and that changes the voltage across the muscle fibre and will cause an impulse to propagate down the muscle fibre, and the muscle fibre will then contract. I do think it's a mistake to try to run before you can walk. You tend to fall over. And it's clear that the brain is quite enormously complicated. There was some while ago a decade of the brain, and everyone was saying at the end of 10 years we shall understand memory. Well, we don't. We haven't hardly the beginnings of an understanding of how it is I can remember something that happened to me when I was 20. Not an inkling. But people don't put it that way, say, this is not entirely clear. They mean they have the slightest fucking idea, but they won't say so. And this really annoys me, because it's not really honest. Almost everything, it seems, may cure Alzheimer's. And the trouble is, it leads to bad policy. Politicians think that more is known than is not. There's this insane thing going on at the moment where Public Health England are paying doctors to apply tests to patients with dementia. These tests are known not to work in the sense that they produce vast numbers of false positive diagnoses, but they're not only being paid to administer them, they're being paid if they get a positive result. I mean, what the hell? This is such an incredible misunderstanding of science, it's scarcely possible. And